Hi guys, it's Big Huen again, and welcome to another video of me talking about public speaking. I hope you enjoyed this one. So as you can remember, last week I've talked to you about what makes public speaking challenging, and I did mention the level of nervousness that you might have to deal with. Today I'll go into further details and give you 3 tips to reduce your nervousness, to reduce your anxiety before you have to deliver a speech in front of a whole lot of people. So first thing first, this is what I always tell myself before I had to do a class presentation, for example. It's okay to be nervous, and it is totally natural for a person to feel anxious before having to speak in front of a whole lot of people. Not everyone is blessed with the talent or the ability of speaking fluently, right? As normal people, we have to think of another way to learn, to acquire the ability, because public speaking is not an inborn ability, and we can actually learn it through the process of learning. And another thing is to distract yourself from the whole anxiety. This is a game that I think is going to be effective when you are faced with a challenge. This is what I always call, give it another name. Like when you see an object, you call it with a totally different name from what people usually call it. For example, when I see a table, I try to think this is a chair. When I see a door, I think this is a wall. When I see a wardrobe, I think this is a mirror. But give yourself time limit. Like you have to think of another name within 2 seconds. Later you will find yourself engaged into the game, and you totally forget that you are anxious, you're feeling intimidated by the audience. Then that is what I call the distraction game. You can use it sometimes and try it if it's effective. Tip number two, don't try to memorize every single word on the scripts. This is public speaking, not public reading, right? So there's no point in learning by heart every word that you think of. You at home, you might have written a flawless script. You might think of big words, big words, and very convincing, very inspirational, and you cannot wait to tell the audience what you're supposed to say. But chances are you might forget, and you will get really scared if a word goes amiss, and later on there will be more long pauses, and you will stutter. You don't know what to say next. So my advice is to not memorize every word, and you just have to remember the key points, a few key points, and you just let it flow. Number 3, don't equate your public speaking skill to your self-worth. Chances you may be successful, you may be a good teacher, you may be a very successful businessman, and you might not possess the ability to speak. Public speaking is something that is really intimidating to you, and it's hard to acquire it. You might think so, but you should remember that not everyone is good in it, and it's okay when you make a mistake. It's okay when you can't do it this time. Just try it. Just learn, because There are a lot of courses on public speaking online and offline. There's a lot of documents, a lot of books to educate yourself about public speaking, and you might get there one time. You might finally, eventually be a good speaker, and you will be able to convince, to persuade everyone with your words. So be patient and never think of you as a loser if you deliver a bad speech just for this time. Okay, so thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoy my video. See you next time. Have a good evening.